This is the future.
Today is February 14th, 2024. It is 3:36 a.m. So this is the beginning where Harry and Meghan are in Canada, gonna try to promote Invictus, leading to the 1 year in Whistler, Canada. So these are the tweets that I have for you guys. I have 3 regarding Invictus, 7 regarding the headlines that were going on, and some tears, Boyovat tears. And this is another part of the headlines that were going on yesterday. I have about 6 of them, and then 2 of them here are just warm-up leading to the video. Okay, and I thought they were interesting to share those 2 first before I go deeper into some of the other videos, the other tweets. All right, so this is my back end for our Port of Pure service. 757 subscribers. Any new subscribers, welcome. These are the numbers. Analytic, there it is. Now we are in our Pure Team Sussex. These are the numbers. 3,784 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. These are the numbers. Estimate, analytic, there's that. In the last 48 hours, 2,090 views. Now this is Pure YTE, 3,708 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. These are the numbers. Estimate, $72.91. Analytic, there they are here. In the last 48 hours, 2,404 views. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. This is not the one I want to show first. This one I want to show first. Okay, so this is the first tweet. In 2018, Meghan married Prince Harry, becoming the Duchess of Sussex. The reason I put this because on her bio, which I read in another video, I didn't edit it yet, and this is the only part she mentioned in her bio on, I believe, Sussex.com. That was it regarding the UK. And what is it? The royal rats were upset that Meghan did not mention the royal family. This is the only part where she mentioned once she married Harry, she became Duchess of Sussex. And that was it. Okay, so I felt it was good to put this tweet since I came across it. Alright, it's a GIF. There it is. And oh, let me let it finish play. Harry says hi. Now, in other videos that I've just added in yesterday's videos, I'm gonna pause when I see the tiara. This tiara, it's very simple. I like it, and I made reference to it on 2 or 3 occasions, past couple videos. Is that some of the squatters were upset that she used the Queen's tiara instead of Princess Diana's tiara, and I was like, well, the veil was pretty much designed around Princess Diana's tiara. This one is just the physical thing here, but the heart and aspiration, the mind, the idea that they all had, Harry and Meghan, and then the designer spent hours designing around Princess Diana's tiara. I think that was good enough. This one is just a physical thing, and I think she chose that so she didn't, I guess, disrespect the Queen. No matter what Meghan or Harry have done or have chose, the royal rights will have a problem with it. Okay, so I think she did good. And the most important thing here is that Princess Diana's marriage did not end well. So when you look at things that she had used from the past, meaning Princess Diana, and then looking at it now, you have Will, who used the engagement ring that Princess Diana used. Look at this. His marriage is not going too well. Even if they personally don't come meaning William, don't come out and say what is happening in his marriage, but some images, pictures, and the Voyovats pretty much are their mouthpiece. They're not hiding it. They let us know that leaks are coming from the inside the royal family, so they know. Okay, some of the things we have seen with our own two eyes, where William is disrespecting his wife, that is another thing we could take away from that ring. Now, Harry and Meghan, who decided to use the Queen's tiara, and so far the thing is going very well. But if she had used Princess Diana's tiara, no matter what she chose, there will be issues. But at least the part where the treatment of the marriage between Diana and Charles is not within Harry and Meghan's. Okay, so there's no connection here. The only connection is the heart and mind of the design of the veil around Princess Diana's. Okay, so that's that. Let me read some of the comment and then move on. Whatever is here. Okay, experiencing the continuation of a beautiful love story. House of Sussex. Harry was so happy to marry Meghan. Yes, and he was so proud and still is. Love how he strengthened her veil. Such attention to her. He is such a caring man. Okay, so that's it with that. Let's go to the next tweet, which I already have it open. Is that now we're starting getting into the announcement that went on yesterday. Okay, so that's me here. I said, she warned us. Did some of us listen? Archetype Meghan Markle. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, strikes podcast deal with Lemonada Media, will launch new show and distribute Archetype to all platforms. Okay, so I think I have it open here, but let's listen to this. All right, because I think I took my time to arrange the list in a way. Okay, so I put numbers here. All right, and the way that I want to share it with you. So let's listen to this and then go to the next one. This video, you guys have seen it already. There'll be screenshot, but just pay attention to what she's saying. And this is why I love that interviewer, because
on Netflix,
she did such a wonderful job in a short period of time. All right, 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Happy to have you here because you are one of our Power of Women honorees. You are one of our alumni, and we're so thrilled because this is a night that is about supporting women and the idea that it's important to do so, especially in the entertainment industry. Why has that been so important for you to have that support and to give that support back?
Oh gosh, I mean, this industry is just so special, and you see how many women use the platform that they have and just channel it for good. And I think as the more we support each other, it just amplifies the work, amplifies our community. I'm just thrilled to be back in it and to be able to sit in this room, be in such good company tonight, and also to focus so much on how it's the crossroads of entertainment meeting philanthropy. So really close to my heart. It's gonna be a fun night.
It's going to be a really good time because it's full of women whose art has inspired us all this year. But I will say, I'm sure you've probably noticed that a certain show, Suits, has become a phenomenon yet again on Netflix. 45 billion minutes have been watched.
Is that right?
45 billion as of this week. We just found out 24 minutes ago that is the number.
Who's counting?
But literally, who's counting? What do you think is behind this renewed love for the show? Why has it become such a phenomenon again?
I have no idea. It was great to work on. Such a great cast and crew. We had a really fun time. I was on it for 7 seasons, so quite a bit. But it's hard to find a show you can binge watch that many episodes of these days. So that could have something to do with it. But good shows are everlasting.
Well, that's what you're doing now. You have now come into Hollywood in a producerial capacity. What is inspiring you? And as you're kind of looking to make these new projects, what is the thing that is driving the work that you're going to put out into the business?
Things that make people feel, I was going to say good, but it's more than that. Things that make people feel something, right? And feel a sense of community, but we have so many exciting things on this slate. I can't wait until we can announce them. We have so many exciting things on this slate. I can't wait until we can announce them. But
there it is.
I'm just really proud of what we're creating. My husband is loving it too. It's really fun.
We're here anytime you want to make those announcements.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll get in touch then. Yeah.
We're thrilled to have you here as one of our honorees, our alumni. So nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let me rewind it slightly back. Okay, I try to keep my opinion completely because this is not new. But let me go back like right here, maybe around here. Okay?
So many exciting things on the slate. I can't wait until we can announce them. But
that part. Okay? She can't wait to announce it. So far, yesterday, we got a bit of a hint of what she was talking about right here. One more time and then I move on.
So many exciting things on the slate. I can't wait until we can announce them. But I'm just really proud of what we're creating. My husband is loving it too. It's really fun.
We're here anytime you want to make those announcements.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, so that's it. That was the only thing I wanted you guys to refresh your memories. Alright, so now let's go to the next tweet. Alright, she warned us. There's so many exciting things on the plate to share with us. Okay, so now this is Lemonada Media. And I believe this is, you know what? Let me just read it. Alright. Lemonada Media today announced a new creative partnership with Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Lemonada will distribute the first season Archetypes for all audio platforms and also develop a new original podcast series hosted by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. I believe it was maybe 2 or 3 videos ago. I don't even think I edited it yet. And I was like, I made reference to Archetype that this past summer we didn't have it. It's like one of those things we're looking forward to, to keep us engaged in a way, especially with the crazy thing that's going on around the world. But the podcast, it brings so many of us together to discuss certain issues that's going on. Because the first season, I enjoyed it. I remember in the summer, I'm in the kitchen cooking, my headphone is on, and I'm listening to the podcast. And then at night, I'm behind my computer, going through some tweets that were discussing what the podcast was about. So these kind of things, I really enjoyed it. Okay? So I can't wait for the next one. So this is an article. Oh, that's a screenshot, but there's the article. The link will be in the description, but I'm going to read it so I know what's going on. Okay? And I think I shared it on my community board. You guys should be way in advance. Okay? Should know it ahead of time. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, strikes podcast deal with Lemonada Media. Will launch new show and distribute Archetypes to all platforms. Alright, I'll listen to that. Maybe that's what they're saying here. Let's see.
Can I give you $30 to lean into your decision to work?
Okay, so that's an ad. Forget that. Okay. Exclusive, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is staying in the podcast business. The Duchess, otherwise known as Meghan Markle, has signed a new podcast deal with Lemonada Media, the company behind Wiser Than Me, with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Oh, I didn't know she had a podcast. Very interesting. The move will see her launch a new podcast series, and Lemonada will also distribute her previous Spotify series, Archetype, so she took that with her. Okay, that's good. Archetypes to all podcast platforms. It comes after her and her husband, Prince Harry, parted ways with Spotify last year. There are no details of the show yet, but Meghan will host the as yet untitled series. Archetype, which was previously a Spotify exclusive, will be rolled out to all audio platforms, with Lemonada distributing. The series has recorded over 10 million downloads, around 1 million listeners per episode, and debuted as Spotify's #1 podcast in 47 countries around the world when it launched in August 2022. The series explored the label that tried to hold women back. Mariah Carey spoke about the definition of being a diva. Mindy Kaling celebrated the choice to be single. Pamela Adlon lifted the lid on the pressure to be a wife and a mother. Issa Rae and Zoe Fumudo, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, unpacked the loaded misconception that often comes with being a woman of color. And Jamila Jamil and Shorid oh my god, those names, Agdashlo, I completely apologize if I pronounce any of the names wrong, spoke about the courage that it takes to step up and speak out even when it puts everything on the line. Other guests include Serena Williams, Margaret Cho, Lisa Lang, Deepika Padukone, Jenny Slate, Constant. Okay, these are all the names. All of the names. Trevor Noah, Andy Cohen, and Judah Atopov. Okay, the series, which is produced by her and Prince Harry's Archewell production, won a People's Choice Award for the Pop Podcast of 2022, and Marco won Best Entertainment Podcast Host at the Gracie Award. The deal is a coup for Lemonada Media, which was founded in 2019 by Jessica Cordova Kramer. Oh, the thing just jumped. Okay. Cordova Kramer, a former executive producer at Pad Save America producer, Crook Media, and Stephanie Wittels-Wack, co-founder of theater company Rec Room Art. Why do these sounds familiar to me? Is it through Obama Foundation, those guys who used to work with President Obama? Maybe that's why. I don't know. But these names sound familiar to me. In addition to Wiser Than Me with Julia Dreyfus. Okay, that's extra. Okay, I'm proud to now be able to share that I am joining the brilliant team at Lemonada to continue my love of podcasting, said Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Being able to support a female-founded company with a roster of thought-provoking and highly entertaining podcasts is a fantastic way to kick off 2024. Our plan to release Archetypes so that more people can now have access to it, as well as launching a dynamic new podcast, are well in the works. And remember, while she was with Spotify, there were issues that were going on with Spotify, with Joe Rogan and other podcasters who were complaining about certain things that were going on. Okay, so that's that. I guess because of her deal, she had to do that at least one series with them, because she had signed with them. But anyway, I don't want to go to Spotify too much because I explained my thought on Spotify and other videos sometimes last year. Okay, I'm so eager to be able to share it soon, and I'm overjoyed to be joining the Lemonada family. Quote, we are beyond honored that Meghan has trusted us to help. I cannot believe this. I just read the entire article. I think I was somewhere here and I had to do something somewhere here. And then I'm going to the next tweet, and then I realized the damn thing is in pause still. Alright, so let me pick up here. We are beyond honored that Meghan has trusted us to help democratize access to Archetypes, and that so many more people around the world will have access to the series soon. Meghan's talent as host, creator, and controversialist is unparalleled. One of the things I said a few minutes ago is that when she was doing the 19 interview, one of the things that I said during that time is that I would not want her to interview me, because she make you feel so relaxed, and there are things you will say that you probably didn't want to say. Okay, so later on you'll be like, oh my god, why did I say this? All right, so let's continue. Go back to that video. It's on PYTE, I believe, over the 19th, when I made a review of it. Okay, and we are thrilled to co-create a new series with her that foster her approach to creating art that matters, added Lemonada CEO Jessica Cordova Kramer. Okay, quote, as we've started development with the Duchess of Sussex, we are blown away by her collaborative spirit and clear vision, along with her deep desire to build compassion and community through this work. The Lemonada team felt immediate kinship with Meghan and the Archewell production team, and we are delighted to be working together, added Lemonada Chief Creative Officer Stephanie Wittels-Wack. Okay, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Archewell production are presented by WME. Alright, so now that we know what it's all about, moving forward with this video, we'll have an idea what they're making reference to. Okay, so I read this, so let's read some of that. I enjoyed the last podcast. I am looking forward to listening to our precious Duchess and her podcast. We, the silent British majority, love you and are proud of you. Ignore the haters. Thank you, Lemonada Media. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Little Bit Diana, and Miss Doria. All right. your team, and all supporters of the Sussexes in the UK, Commonwealth, USA, and worldwide. And one of the things that I said when I was reading this is that I like to see tweets like this because the powerful, the well-equipped people with money in the UK pretty much hijacked every form of communication in the UK. So when the little people who don't have the same wealth as those who hijack the form of communication, the British media, royal rats, they hijack the TV, newspapers, radios, and all of that. So they hijack that. So when you get a chance to let people around the world know, look, it's not all of us. So I like to see tweets like that. Okay, so that's that. We should all raise a glass of bubbly to her and her new contract this evening. Congratulations, Meghan. All right, so there were 2 tweets before that I read. These 2, and then that's it. Exciting news. I can't wait to hear the first podcast. Congratulations to Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, to the Lemon Media team. Okay, and that's the one that I just went to. And it's when I read that, and I'm going to my list, and I realized I was not recording. Oh, my Lord. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I'm already 21 minutes. Oh, my Lord. Okay. So it's making reference to the same thing. Okay. Congratulations to the co-founders of Lemonada and Media, Jessica Cordova Kramer and Stephanie Whistler Wack. Is it Watch or Wack? All right. On their new partnership with Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. So that they are here. So that's pretty much where it fits Meghan perfectly. As I'm looking at her here, she looks like that actress who was playing, I think, Smallville. And she was in some sort of cult, and I think she went to jail or prison or something like that. But she remind me of that. Okay, she remind me of her, but that's not her. All right, so let's read some of the comment. Great to profile successful women, but I hope they have people ready with the delete and the mute button on their social media. The haters are going to be outraged all over again. Women supporting women, awesome partnership with Meghan. Yeah, both of these make sense. All right, let's read what's there and then move on. Looking forward to the new podcast from Princess Meghan. They're going to receive a lot of hate. Sometimes we don't need to share so much. All right. Thank you at Lemonada. Yeah, from past experience, yes. So they have to be ready for that. Okay, so I said I was going to move on, but let's read this. Okay, I must say I've never heard of Lemonada until yesterday, and they're all over the news and social media. Yeah, I didn't know until I came across it. Okay, I love this partnership, women supporting women. I hope they have an app. I can download it right now. Felicitations, Superwoman. Harry and Meghan are the real couple, collaborating with unknown media. I never knew Lemonada Media. If British media was nice to Harry and Meghan, could be them promoting Harry and Meghan, gaining money with no sweat. Yeah, that's it. They don't get it. Oh, so I read everything. So let's move to the next one. Yeah, now they're crying tears. And then the thing is that the people in the UK, they never learn. That few seconds Harry went to meet his father, they went bonkers. All right, so there's that here. Breaking news, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, has struck a podcast deal with Lemonada Media, will launch a new show and distribute Archewell to all platforms. Lemonada Media is an award-winning independent audio-first podcast network founded in 2019 by its 2 female founders. I believe this is what I just read. It looks like it. Yeah, that's the thing I just read. Okay? So you could pause and read. I'm going to put the link of this article in the description. So you guys could just go straight to it. Alright, so I believe this is the link again from the deadline. So there it is here. Okay, excellent choice for the next iteration of Archetype, Lemonada Media, founded in 2019 by Jessica Cordova Kramer and Stephanie Whittles Wack, with a mission to make life suck less. Okay, so there's that. That's an ad. Wow, let's go Meghan on fire. There's that. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. It's a lot of emojis. Next one. All right, we are truly back. Let's see here. I'm proud. Let's click that. You guys could, yeah. So I read this. You guys could pause and read it because I believe it's part of what I just read on this article. All right, pause and read. All right, let's just read the comments from the Twitter. This fills me with joy. Meghan, awesome partnership. We are back. That's an ad. There's this. All right, there's that. Okay, so let's move on. a lot of things were coming under my timeline, and I think I shared them on my community board too. Next one, and I shared that as well. Meghan Markle's new podcasting deal with Lemonada Media will live under the Archewell production for profit media arm of her and Prince Harry's company. All right. So some people were making, obviously it's the haters about charity and all of that. But if they had gone through their website and go through it, they would have known. There's the Archewell, which is the charity part, and then there's the for-profit one, Archetype and Archewell production. Okay, so this is to make it very clear the differentiation. Okay, Archewell is under, and I've shared their tax code. Okay, it's 501c something. All right, just look at the screen. I'll put it. I have the screenshot of that. So it's a completely two separate things. So this new website is to make a clear separation between the two. Okay, Meghan Markle's new podcasting deal with, okay, I read that. All right, at Archewell Production, we believe that stories have the power to unite and inspire audiences around the globe, which is pretty much what Archtype did the first time it came out. Founded in 2020 by Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, our company is dedicated to illuminating thought-provoking and diverse narrative that underscore our common humanity and celebrate community through scripted or non-scripted TV, film, documentaries, and podcasting. All right, Lemonada Media, there's that here. What does that mean? We're making money because charity is good and all, but we got a young prince and princess to raise and protected, and that costs money. I mean, in a way true, but it doesn't have to be that way. They just want to make it clear. So they're doing their thing. People have to make money. If everything was free the way God intended it to be, where, those people came and start separating land, putting borders and all of that, if this wasn't happening, then we would not need money. But because this is the way our society is now, so they have to do what they have to do to survive. This is the way the game is played. So don't hate the player, just hate the game. All right, that's an ad here. Excellent news. I just downloaded Pocket Cast in anticipation for when Meghan's new podcast drops, so I can find it immediately, plus the re-release of the Archetype, but it's gonna be available on Archewell Podcast Suite. All right, loving all these updates and the Sussex's projects. They are coming so thick and fast. Yeah, they just threw everything out on all of us. And this is why I had to share the Variety video, because she warned us last year, at the end of last year. Revenue streams, and they own the rights to their materials. That's why, and this is why they took whatever they did with Spotify as well. And I think when they were making their deal with Spotify, they let it be known under that contract. All right, and they grab it along with them. And now probably the same deal is made with this media company. And yeah, she went to school for that.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
where?
In Argentina, in Buenos Aires.
That's sensational. You speak Spanish?
I do now, but they speak a very different kind of Spanish. It's castellano, so it almost sounds like Italian.
Yeah.
I mean, will I know how to do this? Maybe not, but she's a very smart woman. Okay. All right, revenue streams, and they own the rights to their material. With her impressive resume and his philanthropic heart, they're not worried about any kingdom. They're building an empire. And the other thing as well, when they're making a deal, in my humble opinion, this is purely speculation on my part. When they're making deal with that new, Lemonada Media, based on their past success with Archetype, okay, this is a taste to the new media to say, look, this is what I've done. Now I'm bringing it over here. Just imagine what could be happening in the future. All right. And I did say it in the in some form during those podcast thing when in one of my videos. All right, amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait. They're all league ahead. There's that here. What podcast detail? What do you know about it? Okay, her whole existence is for profit. Hey, like I just said a few minutes ago, nothing is free. Absolutely nothing is free. This is the way the game is played, so she's playing it in a smart way. The royal family who expect free money from the hardworking people who can't even pay their bills, their rent and heat and food and all of that, Meghan and Harry are working their butt off to earn it on their own. This is the way the game is played. Okay, if you think this is an insult, too bad. Let me see here. There's 2 comments under it. Okay, yes, because she has bills and kids. Thank you. Yes, because she has bills and kids to take care of, like every other functioning adult. You said that like it's a bad thing. Thank you. Oh, you see? This is the way it is played. So she's playing the game. Okay? My goodness. They're saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm telling you, those squad are good. I don't need to respond to it. I was going to pause and respond. There's no reason to pause. This is good enough. Next tweet. All right. There's that also. And I think I shared that with you. All right. Look who's also in Lemonada. Maybe he was the one who suggested to Harry and Meghan. Maybe. All right. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, strike podcast deal with Lemonada Media, will launch the new show and distribute Archtype to all platforms. Deadline.com. All right. This is Jose Andres. Okay, that's his name here. With Well Central Kitchen. Okay. And Archewell is partnered with him to help distribute food around, where it is needed. Like in the Middle East, where there's tsunamis, where there's earthquake, they're there. Okay.
This is Felix for World Central Kitchen reporting from Soufrière Primary School in the Caribbean island of Dominica. The school you can see behind me was devastated by Hurricane Maria back in 2017, and in fact it took a whole 2 years before pupils were allowed back on site. I'm now here with my colleague Jason to announce the completion of the first of our community relief kitchens. The kitchen will be used primarily to feed the needs of the 67 pupils here at the school, but we'll also be offering culinary training to the wider community when the school's not in session. We've been able to design the kitchen in such a way that it's resilient to future disasters and will be activated as a service kitchen to meet those needs if it arises. We really like to extend our thanks firstly to ResDM, the local partner on the ground here, and also to Meghan and Harry's Archewell Foundation, whose support have helped the project become possible.
There's that here. This is an ad. Gloria Steinem, the AIMS Foundation, also sponsored social justice podcast on there. Meghan is among her people. Yep. Thank you for this. Have followed Chef Jose Andres. Okay, so that's that. All right, so let me pause for a second. Okay, all right, so I have to make sure I'm recording. So I just added this 2 tweets, this and that onto the list just in case if I didn't have it, and I moved some stuff over. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Making headlines. Okay, so the reason I shared this, and I think there's all the others, is about all the tabloid who's talking about that new deal that just happened here. Meghan with her podcast with Lemonada Media. Okay, there's Harper Bazaar. Duchess Meghan dropped a breathtaking new photo to announce her podcast deal. All right, so I'm just reading few comments only. Okay, is it me or do Harry and Meghan seems to do more than William and Kate do? Her face card never declined. Her face card never declined. That's so true. Okay, so this is just to show you. This Harper Bazaar is talking about it. And who else is talking about it? Let's see here. I want to move through these really quickly. I have a couple of them. Okay. Forbes, Meghan Markle struck a new podcast partnership. There's that here. I'm not even going to read it. Okay. While companies are desperate to throw away money. All right. That's fine. But there are people who's interested. You may not be, but that's fine. All right. Hearty congratulations, Princess Meghan. This Brit is so proud of you. All right. This is another thing I want to see when some of the Brits, because the come out and show their appreciation for either for Harry or Meghan or for both, because the UK is making the entire world see the UK as a really negative way. Okay, and Harry had made it clear, it's the media. Okay, I just want you guys to know that I'm aware of that. Harry had made the distinction. It is the UK media that is racist, but the people, there are few. Okay, let's not forget about that. There will always be some few among others, but the majority of the UK Brits, the little people, they're okay. Okay, thrilled to have Meghan back behind the podcast mic. Wishing all success. Yeah, baby. Why? Because people want to listen. All right. She will have wider reach than Spotify. Ding ding. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. I wanted to go in one of these, but let me not go because it's the haters. All right, next tweet. Okay, there's Harper's Bazaar. That's another one here. Duchess Meghan podcast era is making a comeback in a big way. All right, that's the same. Well, that's their article. There's no reason for me to read them because I've read the deadline one. Okay, there's the laugh. It will flap just like the other one. Haha. Okay, fine. She received awards and everything. Okay, Meghan is an inspiration. An absolutely amazing woman. Let's black while I'm at it. Alright, so this is all they want. Negative thing to happen. Okay, fantastic. I love the Archtype podcast as they were entertaining and thought-provoking. Wine and Women Evenings will be back. Yep, this is what I was saying. Where many of the squaddies, we do discussion on here. In 2022, Meghan launched Archetypes, a record-breaking podcast exploring the label that hold women back. I read this on the article, so there's no reason for me to read that. Okay, let the UK tabloid and haters start with their meltdown. Always happy for Meghan. There's that here. I love Archetype and hated Spotify. Thrill Meghan starting it up again. Yes and yes. Okay, there were issues going on with Spotify. And then, what's worse? Because if people know who that CEO or whoever that person was with Spotify bad-mouthing Meghan after she decided to move, nobody will want to do business with that guy because you can't do that. Sometimes you have to take it as hard it may be to parted ways, but business is business. You can't make it too personal. All right, so that CEO, whatever his name is, he's lucky that I forgot his name, who badmouthed Meghan after parting way with Spotify, it's someone where anyone who know of him and did that, this is not someone you will want to do business with. All right, next tweet, there's People Magazine. Meghan Markle announces podcast deal and plans to host a new show after cutting ties with Spotify. All right, so there's that here. This one I black. Okay, mentioning about African pox. There's me responding it. Alright, I don't even need to read it because it's in the negative. Why will they mention that here? Because they want to bring them down. Okay, at African pox, I tag African pox, address the issue thoroughly. Now, Survival International, this was the one who made the allegation. Survival International needs to be part of the solution if they care. At Survival is the one who made the allegation, but they don't want to give evidence. African Park is asking Survival International evidence. All right, so there's the article that when African Parks made, the one that I read in one of my videos, okay, that they trying to solve the issues and they take it very seriously. And was it Survival International don't want to give evidence, and they hire a third party to do the investigation, and so they could get to the bottom of it. The only thing that Survival International is saying is for Harry to step down. What kind of allegation is that? Harry wasn't the one who did the crime, allegedly, if there was a crime that took place, because African Parks have said they have had similar things that the allegation was made have already happened, and they solved the problem and they let law enforcement deal with it. So if it's the same thing that Survival International Survival International is making, they want to make sure they're not tackling it twice. Okay, this is a problem they solve, they move on, but Survival International don't want to give evidence. So, and all you hearing in public, like here, which I'm not sharing, is that, there's this happening at African Parks. And African Parks is not backing down. It's saying, okay, let us know, because we are managing a vast what is it? I think it's 22 land. That go watch that other video. I tackle it, but I just want to bring this. I just want to set this part here. Okay, House of Sussex. Okay, it's going to be dynamic. All right, I can't wait. Yeah, baby, onward and upward. Yes, Team Sussex, House of Sussex. Let's move to the next one. Another headline. Okay, I'm not reading that article because I read what really matters. If you want, you go search online. There's Glamour magazine. Meghan Markle is back in the podcast game, baby. All right, like I was saying, this is a game. I mean, yes, business, you have to understand it in order for you to do it. I'm not good at it, to tell you the truth, but hey, she's doing what she knows best and what she's passionate about. Her and her husband, and this is why it's so powerful. Okay, House of Sussex, yeah, baby, we love you, Meghan. Okay, so that's an ad. Let's go to the next line. Next tweet that the headlines that's dealing with that mentioning it. There's today's show. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, is coming out with a new podcast. Lemonada Media announced that the network is collaborating with the former Meghan Markle Lemonada announced that the network is collaborating with the former Meghan Markle to develop a new podcast series that still has yet to be named. Former what? Meghan is still Meghan. Oh, I didn't get that one. Former what? This word belong there? I know English is not my primary language, but was this word necessary? Anyway, let's move on. Congratulations to the Duchess of Sussex. There's this image. Duchess Meghan signs deal with Lemonada. So proud of you, Meghan. Okay, so that's an ad. Let's move on. Former Meghan. What does that mean? She's still Meghan. Let's move on. God is good. God is good. All right, there's this here. This is what I just added. Okay, from Dr. Zenye. The word is respect. Archetype has seen over 10 million downloads, averaging nearly 1 million listens per episode, and debuted as Spotify #1 podcast in 47 countries around the world. Okay, so there's that here. Also, the first season of Archetype was wonderful. You could feel her find her sea legs in the first couple of episodes, but the episode about Crazy, that was honestly competitive with the best episodes of This American Life in terms of scope, nuance, and feel. Okay, Meghan is very pretty. Never heard of Lemonada Media before. Many people, just like me, this was the first time. And that's the second tweet that I read that mentioned that. Let's go to the next one. This is another one that I added. All right. The Queen of Podcasts is back. Hell yeah. Lemonada Media. Okay. Let's read some of the comments. These are the squads. When Spotify gives you lemons, make freaking lemonade. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is a good one. When Spotify gives you lemons, make freaking lemonade. LOL. Bill Simmons can kick wax. Okay. So this is the guy. I was trying not to remember his name, but this is the one who went and badmouthed Meghan after Meghan parted ways. Okay, this is someone you will not want to do business with if you cannot take business as business. Okay, Ken Cake Wax. I happily deleted Spotify, and so did most of the squad. We have all moved on. Okay, I got a new phone, so I didn't download it anyway. So my husband cleared my old phone. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. He's the tech guy of the house. So, and I just transferred stuff to my new phone, and then that was that. It's not a new phone anymore. It's been a year now. Okay, I was waiting for this picture. Great job. Left some choice words and the reason for leaving comments box too. Alright, so there's that here. What a beautiful okay, this one, let me move it, it's distracting. Okay, what a beautiful takes. Thanks, Cloud Nuggy. This is a breathtaking. Alright, not her. Okay, you got the wrong one. Alright, if you saw it, you saw it. This is the thing here. They can never come with anything positive. Whatever there's a lot of things I don't share about the what do you call this? I don't share about what's her name? Coat hanger, Kate, okay, that they're putting out there. I personally choose not to talk about it. Okay, this is the guy that I was talking about who badmouthed Meghan. Okay, Bill Simmons, American sport writer and cultural critic. Alright, what did he say? Okay, Let me pause and search. Okay, let me make sure I'm recording. All right, so I type here, what did Bill Simmons say about Meghan Markle? So there's a whole bunch of articles about it. There's variety. I'll click on that, but I'm not gonna read it. And so you could, I'll leave the link in the description so you guys could check it. Okay, Bill Simmons, the Wrangler founder, ridiculed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after their Spotify deal concluded, labeling them effing whatever. I'm gonna click on it just to grab the link for you guys. Since I mentioned it, you guys could go and read it yourself. Okay, so let me go back to Twitter and then the next tweet. Now there's the squad again. Baby D. Okay, Baby D Ranger is having a rough day. There's that here. Alright, I will be using this photo because it reminds me of the Queen Cruella Camilla using her media dog, Miss White, and complain about King Charles, Harry, not wanting her in the room during their private meeting. Thank you very much. Oh, okay, this is news to me. Well, that's when she was in was it one of the Caribbean thing they did? Oh my God, I'm really concerned for Baby D Ranger because I think this is all getting too much to cope with. He needs his passy. It's gonna get rougher. I picked up some milk for him. Missing. Okay, Baby D is going to have aneurysm soon. Wait until Harry and Meghan shows at the IG Canada later this week. Baby D Ranger has to learn he's not in control of anything but his crying fits, which no one cares about. Baby is going to need a nap to keep up with everything that's happening. Okay, Baby D is going through a lot. Okay, so that's that. So now, this is the D Rangers. D Rangers tears. Alright. So these I shared on my community board because we're supposed to be on mute. Mute to not share anything the UK tabloid is talking about. But this was too good to let it go. I had to share it. If you didn't see them on my community board, too bad. But there it is again. They are mad. Let's see here. Recollection may vary on Prince Harry and Meghan's new website as Duke neglects to mention royal family at all, and his profile as Duchess devotes just one line to her acting career and her 588-word biography. They count the words too. Alright. As the Sussexes quietly launched a new website, Prince Harry notably failed to mention being a member of the royal family, while his wife Meghan devoted just one line to her acting career on their respective profile page. Oh my God. Is it why they took the HRH from them? His and her Royal Highness. That was the thing. Okay? And Harry actually told us through their docuseries, they wanted to give their titles away, but they refused to accept it. Okay, so it's not Harry and Meghan's fault, but they comply. Everything that the palace said, they comply. And now they're crying foul. They didn't mention them because if they did, I'm pretty sure the institution will say something like, oh, it's because of them. All this petty nonsense we don't even care about. Okay, so Harry and Meghan did well. Okay, the major rebrand, which comes after they stopped using their SussexRoyal.com website in 2020, also features a large photograph of the couple on the homepage and two profiles, one for Prince Harry, 39, and another for Meghan, 42. But when reading through the Duke of Sussex profile, he appears to snub the royal family. Although the Sussexes stepped down as senior royal in January 2020, Harry is still a prince. Oh, all of a sudden? Hello? All of a sudden you're mentioning it? Now it's convenient for you? My goodness. Harry is still a prince and is fifth in line to the throne. The couple kept their Duke and Duchess of Sussex title, but are no longer addressed as his or her royal highness. Okay? So this is the thing that I was saying. HRH, they purposely took it away from them. Okay, so they don't use it. They use what belonged to them. Harry wanted to give back the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They said no, so they kept it. So what the hell? Oh, did I read everything? Yeah, that was that. Okay, so there's the other tears here. More tears from toxic British media. Okay, Duke and Duchess of Sussex regal rebrand makes no mention of royal family. The Sussexes are cast as influential leaders, charity champions, and best-selling authors who live in California on their new website. Oh my God, there's that here. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have launched a new website to promote their work, Shaping the Future, and a rebrand that appears to emphasize their regal status while at the same distancing the couple from the royals and Buckingham Palace. Hey, that's Buckingham Palace fault. That's the royal voters' fault. Remember the part when Harry went to Sandringham and to talk about the half in and half out? What did he say in his book, Spare? Okay, everything was already pre-written, and they wasted his time arguing, or not arguing, discussing plan when in fact the palace had already choose a side of what they wanted.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between, a compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
Okay, so it's not Harry and Meghan's fault. Okay, a picture of the couple smiling and clapping at last year's Invictus game greet visitors to Sussex.com, which is overlaid with a royal coat of arms. The Duke and Duchess each have a profile in their About section with the blurb explaining their charitable work and creative projects, including that they are both best-selling authors. The bio for the Duke, who is 5th in line to the throne, does not make reference to the royal family. Hey, it's not Harry's fault. It's you guys' fault. The tabloid, his father, the institution. That's not Harry's fault. Okay? It described Prince Harry as humanitarian military veteran, mental health advocate, and environmental campaigner. And you know, one of the tweets that I read from another video, someone mentioned that he did not include his Living Legend of Aviation award. Okay? So that's another thing. He could have. That would be a snub, and you know, the leftovers. There will be more tears for the others. Okay, so there's more. Okay, forgetting something. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been heavily criticized for failing to mention the royal family and their bios on the new website. The couple penned long blurb about their lives so far, referencing the career, charity work, and education. However, neither of them mentioned their royal position at all. I like that. The picture that they use actually is like, yes, and... And this is why Harry was taking his time to make sure he find the perfect wife, perfect partner, who's not mesmerized about being a royal. Okay? Because in some instances where I read, it seems like when it comes to royal family, all these women literally, figuratively, remove their brain and throw it in the garbage and say, control me. It seems like. Okay? But Harry wanted to make sure the woman that he married is not like that, is not mesmerized by royal. Okay? Meghan was already doing charitable work. She was self-made. She was capable of doing a lot of things on her own. And there's Harry come along is just, what do you call this? Cherry on top for both of them. And it seems like it's Meghan who actually rescued Harry. Harry wanted to get out a long time ago because nothing in the institution was for him. He was just there. I think there's a part in his book Spare where he mentioned where he's just being used. I'll put it. I don't think I'm explaining it correctly. Let me put the part in Spare here.
Pa, driving us out into the fields, asked about Meg. Not with great interest, just casually. Still, he didn't always ask, so I was pleased. She's good, thanks. Does she want to carry on working? Say again. Does she want to keep on acting? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I expect she'll want to be with me, doing the job, you know, which would rule out Suits, since they film in Toronto. I see. Well, darling boy, you know there's not enough money to go around. I stared. What was he banging on about? He explained, or tried to. I can't pay for anyone else. I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine. I flinched. Something about his use of the name Catherine. I remembered the time he and Camilla wanted Kate to change the spelling of her name because there were already 2 royal ciphers with a C and a crown above. Charles and Camilla? It would be too confusing to have another. Make it Catherine with a K, they suggested. I wondered now what came of that suggestion. I turned to Willie, gave him a look that said, "You listening to this?" His face was blank. Pa didn't financially support Willie and me and our families out of any largesse. That was his job. That was the whole deal. We agreed to serve the monarch, go wherever we were sent, do whatever we were told, surrender our autonomy, keep our hands and feet inside the gilded cage at all times, and in exchange the keepers of the cage agreed to feed and clothe us. Was Pa, with all his millions from the hugely lucrative Duchy of Cornwall, trying to say that our captivity was starting to cost him a bit too much? Besides which, how much could it possibly cost to house and feed Meg? I wanted to say, she doesn't eat much, you know, and I'll ask her to make her own clothes, if you like. It was suddenly clear to me that this wasn't about money. Pa might have dreaded the rising cost of maintaining us, but what he really couldn't stomach was someone new dominating the monarchy, grabbing the limelight. Someone shiny and new coming in and overshadowing him, and Camilla. He'd lived through that before and had no interest in living through it again.
That I'm making reference to. I think I have it. Okay, the audio aspect of it. Okay, the couple at the film premiere in Kensington. Okay, that's the one Bob Marley One Love. Okay, Meghan briefly mentioned becoming the Duchess of Sussex after marrying Harry, but that's it. Okay, I think she did that as a shade for all the haters. I don't know, the Karens who thought they had a chance with Harry and said, I become the Duchess right after I marry Harry. That was it. And she moved on. All right, let me read some of those comments here. They like boasting that Harry and Meghan are not royals, that the rest of the royal family ignores them, that they are at the bottom of the royal website, blah, blah, blah. Now they are mad that Harry and Meghan don't even want to mention them. They are not working for the crown to mention them on their website. That's it. Okay, the racist butch woman used her title in the book that she wrote to sell. Oh, I don't know. I'll black it, but just highlight the part that mentioned her. Right. Last time I checked, they told Harry and Meghan to remove everything about royals, and they have done that. Exactly. The same people who are currently screaming about them leaving. Okay, so that's the ad here. Doesn't feel so good to be ignored, huh? There's that. Remember when they were celebrating about the bigots not sending birthday greetings to Meghan on their social media account? Yeah, I remember that. The British media level of obsession is frightening. They behave as if they own the Sussexes. Alright, let me read bottom up and then go into that one. Okay, I don't get it. They should be thrilled. Meghan don't mention her husband family at all. You can't win with these losers. Okay, this is a business website. Why would they add the other? Alright, so they don't want Harry and Meghan to cash in on the royal family, but then turn around and say, how dare Harry snub the royal, laughing my ass off. You see, this is what I'm saying. This is it's just business. Okay, 100% true. They make no mention whatsoever of the royal family or the monarchy. It isn't a snub. Their work is not connected to the royal family or the monarchy, although the royal family continue to say so on their website when it isn't true. Alright, so this is the one that I wanted to go into. Okay, that's why I'm even prouder of Harry breaking generational curses and thriving all the while. Okay, they always have act like that from the beginning. It's actually worse than frightened. Okay, so I have 3 things regarding Invictus. You know what? Let's just put it. Okay, I was gonna wait because there's other tweet that will be coming regarding Invictus later on this week. Okay, this is Invictus now. Nothing but smile on our first day on the snow at the winter training camp for the first ever winter edition of the Invictus game. Alright, so there's that here. There's that. There's that. This is really interesting. Wow. Looking at this, this is really hard. This is really hard. I didn't know it was like that. Shit, to balance yourself on that? I know he has both hands on that thing too. My God. Congratulations to him. Just getting on it itself. Okay, is that piece from Nigeria. Oh my God. If they win, they're gonna brag that 42%. Okay, everybody in the Invictus family showing up, doing good. There's the thumbs up. There's the... I swear, the squad or something. You guys are making it look... You see? I swear, I didn't see that one. Especially the last image. You guys are making it look easy. But I know that if I try, I'll look like this. Me too. Okay, the picture are fantastic. We love seeing it. Okay, makes me crave some hot cocoa. Okay, looking good. The winter sports are going to be exciting. Looking like a lot of fun. This look incredible. Lovely. There's that. That's a different language. That's an ad. Let's go to the other one regarding Invictus. I know, they make it look easy. Okay, so this is a video. It's only 30 seconds. You could watch it while I read. We could look at this view all day. IG25 is going to be special. Okay, it's almost done. Wow, it's really breathtaking. I think when we have a long weekend. Oh, spring break is right around the corner. Wow, this is nice. Oh, it's playing again. Wow, Sam. Okay, exciting. That's my comment here. Oh, I'm telling you, these people are something. This reply was hidden by original post. Okay, there's that. I blacked them too. You do know the royal family has the Commonwealth game, right? What's going on with that? Here, I point this. Okay, Harry making reference to the beginning of Invictus game, and the Royal Foundation was Harry's idea too. He left the Royal Foundation to the Royal Family. Okay, I think if I remember what this was about is that it was William who made it and all of that. So now they blacked me too. It's fine, but it's there. Whoever could see it will see mine too. All of a sudden they hide their posts. Idiots. They love to come and spread their negativity. Next tweet. If I come across them and I know the answer to it, I put my answer to that. Okay, my pool peacemaker, he cracked me up last night over the phone. I'm praying he comes back in one piece. We Niaja no day. Okay, so that's a different language. LOL. So she retweeted that. I have a great day, and I think that's the one that I just retweeted. OMG, I'm killing myself laughing here. What concern is with skiing or snow for that matter? Okay, I beg. Oh, we know. Okay, I can't read that. Okay, so that's a different language. Him for telling them, say, we know. Okay, I can read this. So, there they are. So, that's probably a Nigerian. Okay, wishing him all the best. He is so inspiring. Nigeria in the house. Okay, so that's that. So, let's do a prayer. I cover everything exactly an hour. So, now the prayer is going to add on to it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for success and thanks. Okay. Okay, it's right there. I'm gonna pick an image because I think I read that. Let's do this here. The one in green was catching my attention. Maybe I'll read both of them. Prayer for thankfulness, thankful for success. Gracious God, thank you for all the success, for every milestone reached, for every project completed, for every goal met. Okay, your word promises success and prosperity to those who honor you and depend on you for guidance. Help me to keep pursuing a life that pleases you. With your wisdom, I know I can make the right decision. With your strength, I know I can keep trying until I get things right. So thank you, Father. And every step, I know you will be there to bless me and see me through. Amen. Okay, I think this is good. I think this is good. Forget the one that I was thinking of reading again. Alright, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
Evolution. This is the future.